Hello and welcome to ExcelTutorialFree.com, where you get to learn Microsoft Excel for free with these videos. And these are the following sections you should visit on our website. Single features on Excel will show you how each single feature works. Project examples is where we put it all together with different tools all in one. And custom videos is where we respond to people's questions posted in the forum section. Now that I'm done with this general info page, I'm going to go to the second tab sheet down here below. And what I will do right now is I will go ahead and create a sales page. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys one strategy of creating a sales page, I guess, to monitor sales and lots of different stuff that revolves around sales, I guess. So right away I'm going to right click on this sheet over here, and I'm going to rename it to sales, and I can even make it specific 2012 example. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and create certain categories up here and certain categories down there. I'm going to do the basic, fill in a lot of different stuff right now that's pretty basic to fill, and then what I'll do is once I'm done doing it on my own, I'm going to show you on this next clip what we're going to do with all this information. So right now I'm just going to put raw information. I'm not going to show you this part. Next clip, I'm going to show you what to do with a bunch of raw information. So I went ahead and filled in a bunch of information, created categories over here, categories over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a little quick formatting, things that you've already seen. I'm going to go ahead and make this, I'll go ahead and format, row height, make this 130. Then this subcategory, format, row height, I'll make it 20. Okay, and what I'll do is I'll go ahead and highlight all these. Let's go ahead and center that. I think that's going to make it look a little nice. Of course, it went ahead and centered this one up here, so only for this one up here will I go over here and left align it. Okay, same thing, I can go ahead and give it some color. I can do merge and center, so let's go ahead and work on this title a little bit. Let's make it 16. Let's go ahead and merge and center. I'm going to go ahead and give it some kind of background since we're talking about sales. I'll go ahead and make it some kind of green. The lettering's over here. Let's see how white looks. It doesn't look so good. I'm going to go back to black, make it bold, make it italic, and maybe make it a little bit different of a font. So let's say I'm in contempt with this header over here. Now I'm going to show you something a little new as well, what you could do with this, okay? There's a lot of options, but right now I'm going to go over one specific feature, okay? Which is I'm going to go ahead and insert a table. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight this. I'm going to go to insert and I'm going to go to table, and I'm going to hit OK. And what you'll see that it does is that it basically kind of put it in a table, right? You have all these drop down menus over here so you could sort it. So now I could sort by product. I could sort by any column that I want. And it will show you basically, so now if you want to sort it 1 to 9 and 10, then there should have been 01, 02. I'm going to take 10 out right now. We'll just say we have 9 products just to make it a little bit more easy on the eye right now. So this is the example that we're going to use. Now let's see what other options we have with this table. You will see over here under table styles that I can basically go ahead and give it different styles, right? So you can come over here and figure out which look you like. Okay, and let's go ahead, and since we like with the green, we're going to stick something with the green. See what looks nice. Okay, different options, different options, different options. That's too much. You know what? I kind of like this right here. Okay, so yeah, let's add a little purple in there. Purple. Okay, so there you go. This is one option that you could do. And let's take a look at more options that we could do with this table. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight it. And under design, you'll see that I have some unchecked boxes over here. So let's see what total row does. When I do total row, it actually gave me a total for all these over here. If I want the same rule to apply over here, simply highlight all these boxes, go back to the Home tab, hit the auto sum, and you'll have that effect basically come all the way down. So now we have basically totals. When I see this, it doesn't, what looks funky over here, yes, it's not centered. So just for gigs, once again, I'm going to go ahead and center everything. And that way I could have it nice and pretty. Okay, so now that I've done that, let's see what other options we have to do with this table. So now I got totals. I could go ahead and have the first column highlighted, last column, but I don't want to do that. And that pretty much takes care of this little area right here. Okay, well, let's see what else we can play with. On the left hand side over here, let's say I want to make this look a little bit different than the rest of the table. So what I'm going to do is I have a lot of different options. I can go back to the Home tab, and under Cell Styles you'll see a little drop down, and look what happens when I hover over all these options. Okay, it gives me different look and feel. So if I want to kind of separate that, and maybe I want to make it a matching purple so I could show that, hey, these are categories as well, right? So how about I stick to this? Okay, or I can even go like this just to give it a little different shade of purple, right? So how about I do that? Let's see. I'm kind of liking this over here, actually. Okay, so there you go. So now I picked one style over here. And this is once again under Cell Style, so this is what you could do. A lot of different options. You just gotta hover over it and see what you like. But I already picked mine, and I'm sticking with it. And on to a little fun feature that you could use with this. It's not your everyday feature, but it does enhance a little bit more graphics. So I'm going to highlight over here the raw data in the middle, and I'm going to go under Conditional Formatting. And these are the three areas that I want to cover right now. It's data bars, color scales, icon sets. And what it basically does is it will translate the data that you have there and kind of color code it. Data bar, you could see it kind of gives you a little scale of, the higher the number. Okay, the higher the number, the more the bar is. I'm not really so big about the data bar, not in this instance. Okay, so let's move over to the color scales. Same thing. The higher the number, the darker the color. It's got a little bit too much colors for me. It's a little bit too confusing personally. You have some more simple ones. I'm not big on color scales. So let's move on to icon sets. This is actually my favorite area right here, and my most used area if I do anything. And basically you'll see that there's different icon sets. My favorite one is this one right here. It's the circle. It's simple. It doesn't overtake the whole table. And so I'm going to pick this one right here. And basically what you'll notice over here that they chose from all the data over here, anything over 100 hit the green mark. And then 70s and 60s, 80s, that basically hit, and the 50s, that hit the yellow mark. And the red marks were the low numbers. So it kind of gives you an idea that, hey, red is no good. Medium yellow, and green is good, right? Green is a go. So I think everybody can kind of relate to that. So this is why this is my favorite. It's, as you can see, it's not so overwhelming. And of course, if I do smallest to largest over here, you will notice, obviously, since all the low numbers are up top now, that all the red is up top. But now I'm going to go ahead and resort it to over here. And that gives me a little bit more of a mix and a match and an idea of, hey, we need to work on these reds. So this is kind of one little cool little fun feature. It visually helps you. That concludes today's video by ExcelTutorialFree.com. Stay tuned for more videos.